Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Town Murder Express.
Yay, choo-choo.
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wissman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on another edition of Small Town Murder Express. Wow, do we have a crazy episode for you today.
Great.
10 pounds of murder in a 2-pound bag. We might up it to 20 pounds of murder in a 2-pound bag today, because this is a wild story that we're going to cram into this small space, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get to that, though, shutupandgivememurder.com. Check it out and get all of your merchandise, get all of your tickets for live shows. We have Seattle next week. It is October the 18th, Saturday night at the Moore. Still some tickets left for that, but not many. They put out a low ticket alert, so I don't know what that means. But get your tickets for that right now. I think that's all that's left, except for the virtual live show.
Oh.
That is going to be the Thursday right before Halloween. We can't wait for that. Just like a regular live show, except you don't have to leave your house. A lot of fun. And we're going to have costumes because it's Halloween. We're going to look like idiots.
Yes.
The set will be decorated nice, just like a regular live show. All the jokes and everything like that and the pictures. And it's available for 2 weeks after we do it, too. So you can buy it then. You can buy it and watch it 20 times. You can do whatever you want with it for 2 weeks. So enjoy that and keep coming and hanging out. That's shutupandgivememurder.com. Also, listen to our other 2 shows, Crime in Sports. We have a very good series on Billy Martin going on right now. I like how Jimmy said, okay, like you'll give it a, we may, like you never heard it before. Give it a, that sounds like a good show. And Your Stupid Opinions, where we listen to people's reviews of anything and everything from around the internet and make fun of them because it's hilarious. So listen to those, then get Patreon. Patreon.com/CrimeInSports. Just like the name of that show you should be listening to that Jimmy's very interested in.
Check it a shot. I will. This week I'm trying it.
Finally, after we've only been doing it for 10 years, and now he's going to give it a shot. So definitely do that and get yourself Patreon. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get hundreds of back episodes of bonus stuff you've never heard right away, just to listen to and binge at once. And then you can also get new ones every other week. Will get new ones every other week. Yeah. One Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder. This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, we're going to talk about those old Rock and Jock MTV specials and just make fun of tiny R&B singers trying to play against Gary Payton. It's just very funny.
It's wild, yeah.
It's hilarious. And then for Small Town Murder, we're going to talk about that documentary Unknown Number, where that woman harasses her daughter horribly. And we've had so many requests to do this. We had to do it. So
she sucks.
She sucks. In addition to that, you get all of our shows, Crime and Sports, Your Stupid Opinion, Small Town Murder, all ad-free with your Patreon subscription. And you get a shout-out at the end of the regular show as well. So oh my goodness, you can't beat it. Patreon.com/CrimeInSports. So that said, I think it's time, everybody, to sit back.
All right.
Let's clear the lungs here and let's all shout, Shut up and give me murder. Let's do this, everybody.
Okay.
Let's go on a trip, shall we?
Yeah.
We are heading to North Dakota this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many people say that because there's not many people there.
Right.
This is Gardner, North Dakota, Gardner, Gardner, North Dakota. It's way at the eastern edge of North Dakota, kind of southeastern, but way at the eastern edge there, butted up against Minnesota, I guess that would be. Yeah. It's about 30 minutes to Fargo, about 2 hours and 50 minutes to our last North Dakota episode, which was Monocan. That was episode 543. It's been almost 100. It's been since like early November of last year since we did North Dakota. And we'll tell you why in this show, too, because they only get about 10 murders per year in the whole state.
Really?
So people go, why don't you do those states more? Why don't you do Wyoming, North Dakota? There's nobody there, and the people that are there aren't killing each other. They're so far apart. They can't shoot somebody from that distance. It's hard.
They're living the dream. That's why.
They're just not.
They're so happy.
No people there. That episode was the baby-faced killer, which was a crazy one. This is in Cass County, area code 701. Population of this town, 72 at this point.
That's a small one.
That's a small one. I think those are the permanent residents. More people might come in the summer, swelling it to like 100.
Okay.
Like literally 3-4 more families show up in the summer and vacation there and really boost the population a lot. Median household income here is right around the national average. It's $68,750, but the median home cost is about half the national average. That is $187,500.
Good Lord.
So not bad. Now we'll go through the town stuff quick because there really isn't a lot to talk about with this town.
Okay.
It's a I think there's 2 little like blocks and that's the town. And then there's like, farmhouses and shit. So there's not a lot going on. It was settled in 1880. They opened a post office in 1881. They planned out the city in 1882, which seems backwards.
Yeah.
They planned out the city after it was settled and a post office happened.
It got started and they're like, oh, we're doing this all wrong. We should talk about this.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I guess the railroad came in and then they were like, oh, we got to plan this now. Now it's really a town. We got a railroad and everything.
Yeah.
The town name of Gardner came after a man named Stephen Gardner who lived here, and he owned the land where the city is now, or the town.
Sure.
72 people. It's a stretch to call it a city. It's basically just a 2-block farming community. That's all it is. Okay. It's a place where the farmers might gather in the morning to get some coffee or something. That's all. Now, there's no reviews of this town, so I did find what seems to be the only bar in town, the County Line Bar and Grill. I found
love a bar called the County Line.
County
it's
Line.
Always great.
Yeah, well, it's in the middle of nowhere. There's never a county line that's in an occupied space. It's always like, oh, he's headed toward the county line with a big dust cloud coming up behind him and shit.
That is very funny because
Duke boys are heading toward the county line.
The county line that I've been to in Arizona was way in the fucking middle of nowhere.
It's in the middle of nowhere. I'm telling you, nobody puts county line shouldn't go right through a major city. It never does.
It wasn't even on the county line. It was square in the middle of Maricopa County.
Oh, man. So we'll just read a couple from that. Here is 5 stars. Most friendly, down-to-earth people, real people that I've met in a long time. Honest, real people, real peoples, actually, they say, in a chill and helpful mood. I will always swoop in when I'm in the area. Love you all. Thank you so much for the help with my... And then there's a truck emoji. I guess someone helped her with her truck. And then someone else said, quote, I hear that 1 star. I hear the food is good, but wasn't able to try it. Sat for 20 minutes and only half the table even got drink orders taken. We left and found out the rest of the group was told a half hour later that the grill was closed and they're not getting their food.
Sorry about your order.
Yeah. And then someone else, 1 star. The service sucked and you could not get any food. It took forever to get anything. I actually canceled mine after half hour. They hadn't even started it yet and left.
Service sucked.
Service sucked. And then somebody else just says, rude bartender, warm beer. Yeah, it sounds like if they don't like you, you're not getting shit.
You're not getting anything.
They'll just ignore you, basically.
Yeah.
Things to do in this town, not a goddamn thing to do.
Nothing.
So I found out, what are the things to do, and it is stargazing.
Fun.
There's nothing here, so the sky is it's got to be awesome, beautiful, really. You can hunt for ghost town vibes at the old post office site. That's another thing you can do.
Ghost town vibes, not hunt ghosts.
This feels abandoned, right? Doesn't it feel abandoned? Cool.
Feel alone? I feel alone.
I feel like, no one's been here in a while, right? Yeah, this is pretty wild. And then it says, this is amazing. This is hilarious. Prairie people watching or impromptu farm chats. Knock on a door politely. Or just go knock on someone's door who lives in the middle of nowhere. They usually react right to that. Or spot locals at the Gardner Fire Hall during township meetings.
Go spot the locals.
Go spot them. There they are, everybody, looking through binoculars. Shh, don't spook them. Shh. Everybody quiet.
We're local spotting.
They're local spotting. Oh, there they are. Oh, I found the red-tailed local. Look at him. Ooh. I found the red-mulleted local. Look at him. There he is. Ooh. I'm going to take a picture. Hopefully. No, don't let him move. Don't make any noise. North Dakotans are famously friendly, expect tales of epic snowstorms. It's weirdly therapeutic. Okay, let's not say
tell
that.
you about that time back in
Remember
87.
when it snowed? I mean, up to the middle of the door. Remember that? Above the knob.
Remember when Aunt Judy had it up to her nipples?
Oh, my God. Her nipples was hard for 6-8 months, boy. They were hard in August still. That was crazy. Let's talk about some murder. What do you say
Yeah.
here? Okay, this is a wild, absolutely insane. This probably could have been a regular episode if we really wanted it to be. So it's one of those. It's just got a lot to talk about. Let's start in August of 2001 here.
Let's do it.
August 2001. Now, there's a new couple in town in Gardner.
Yeah.
And whenever there's anybody new, everybody notices because there's
a big
only
deal.
70 fucking people here. So think about that. Like in high school, the classrooms I was in, they were like 35 kids. So that would be 2 classrooms. So you would notice if 2 new kids came in.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you notice that shit. So 2 people came in. It's a husband and wife, and they have a small child in tow, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old boy in tow. Now, these people introduced themselves around town as Timothy Wicks and Diana Wicks, his wife. Timothy and Diana. Now, Tim here is a big guy, over 6 feet tall, 6'2", 6'3", 350 pounds. I mean, a big, giant, fat guy. He's a big guy.
That's a mass of a man.
Big, jolly guy here. Now, a local bar owner, I don't know if it's the County Line Bar and Grill or not, but
Okay, probably.
could be. A local bar owner named Elaine, she recalled when the couple moved to town. And, I'll quote Elaine here, quote, "First thing she ordered is a martini, and I said, couldn't do it. I don't have vodka and ice. I can't possibly shake some shit up and put it in a glass." And she said
Can't do it.
She can't do it. And she said Diana, the wife who ordered this, was complaining that Gardner was like Petticoat Junction. And I can't even get a martini, and I can't even get a pizza delivered to my house. Which that's my rule for won't live there. Can I get a half-decent pizza delivered? We've talked about this before privately.
Yeah.
It's like, if I can't get a half-decent pizza delivered, it's too far in the middle of nowhere. I don't have to be in the middle of shit, but I got to get a pizza to my house.
Yeah.
And you have to know like we go out of town and go to, hotels and things like that. So we'll go into places, what bars to order what drinks in.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You don't order a martini unless it's a cocktail bar or like a nice hotel bar or something.
Yeah.
You order a martini there. Otherwise,
you look around and you go, "Oh, it's a bottle of beer." That's what this place is.
This is a bottle of beer joint. We were just in Madison. I went there. It was a nice hotel bar. Looked around, said bottle of beer joint, and I ordered a bottle of fucking beer. That's it. This kid does not want to make a martini. So
I don't know if this kid is going to make a decent one.
No, exactly that too. Yeah, you don't walk in and go, dirty Grey Goose martini, and there's like dust on the floor. They're not doing that.
And a extra dirty. No, not out of the dustpan.
No, no.
What are you doing?
She's like,
Have you ever made a martini before?
We don't even have olives. So
we got dirt.
We got dirt. Dirty it up for you. Now, September of 2001, Tim Wicks applies for an accountant position at a Fargo company, which is less than a half hour away.
Yeah.
His boss, Jeff Paradon, his Jeff told me this.
I don't have a Jeff.
I don't have a Jeff. I wonder where he got one of those. His boss, Jeff Paradon, said, he talked a good line. I even made the point. I said, are you as good as you say you are? And he said, no, I'm as good as I say I am. Huh?
What
that
the
is the
fuck?
most mind-bending North Dakota. What's going on up there? Someone says something, you repeat it back to him, and they go, he talked a good line. That's talking a terrible line. That's awful. If someone said that in a job interview, you'd laugh and kick them out of your office.
That was the annoyance of the guys in Night at the Roxbury, that they would
Yes, yeah.
That they would say no and then yes. And what are you doing?
It's so weird, man. So he's applying for this accountant position. He's an accountant. He's also, he said he's from Milwaukee and he's a drummer.
Okay.
He drums, he's a drummer and he wanted to be a drummer, but, he's got to have a job. So
sure.
Here he is. He said his boss said about Timothy Wicks here, he said, I liked him. He's a very personable guy. He said he was a well-qualified accountant hired through a placement service. So, it wasn't like he came in off the street and bullshitted him. A service sent him and everything. He said that they said, well, what kind of recommendation did the placement service give him? And the boss said, they had told us that he passed all his tests with flying colors, seemed to know everything we needed him to do as far as our business was concerned. Mm-hmm. And he also thought it was cool that he played the drums.
That is cool, yeah.
He said, so I took him out one night to a club where they had a jam night going on, and Tim got up. He could keep a beat. Doesn't that sound awful?
That's positive.
That's worse than open mic comedy. You can ignore a man talking. You can ignore a man. You cannot ignore a fucking bass drum and a snare and a fucking crash cymbal. It's impossible to ignore
You're
that.
listening.
You're
Whatever
listening.
he's got, you're listening.
Yeah, like that time we tried to go to the restaurant and they had a bad band playing and we were like, this isn't going to be over soon?
I'll
Okay,
give you
bye.
whatever you're paying them to make them shut the fuck
To make
up.
them go away. So over the next 2 months, he gets a North Dakota driver's license. He purchases a blue farmhouse in Gardner as well here.
Wow.
Gets health insurance benefits and all that kind of thing. So, just
Really doing it.
Just
yeah.
ingraining themselves into the town.
Ingratiating? Yeah.
No, that would be making them like him. But
Oh.
they're being ingrained into the town.
Yeah.
Okay. They're developing this. So
They're part of it.
then in 2001 in December, there's a phone call that he gets at his home.
Okay. Yeah.
And during this conversation, the phone call is from Timothy Wicks.
Yeah.
You go, well, how does he call himself?
Right.
Well, this Timothy Wicks had been a client of the Timothy Wicks that moved to Gardner, where he did his taxes the year before, and he was his accountant. So this Timothy Wicks calls and says, hey, someone is fraudulently using my credit card. You're an accountant.
Shit.
How do I deal with that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that Timothy Wicks.
Yeah.
That Timothy Wicks is born in 1954. He's 5'8", 150 pounds. So
Little guy. Yeah.
Little guy. He's a graduate of Boston's Berklee College of Music. He's an aspiring jazz drummer who paints houses by day. And he's known for his perfect renditions of Fleetwood Mac covers, by the way.
Is that right?
Oh, he'll play the whole Rumors album for you, just like that. No problem.
Known for it.
Known for it. What do you want, landslide? No fucking problem. And he just starts going.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. So his friend Tom said he would do anything for you. He would never hurt anyone or be malicious in any way. And his other friend said, I knew all that he ever really wanted to do in life was play music for a living. No enemies, no conflicts, just waiting for a break here. So obviously they're both not Timothy Wicks. Who's lying?
This is that game show.
Exactly.
That one.
So this guy, the one in North Dakota, the one who called saying someone's using my card, that's Timothy Wicks. That's the real Timothy Wicks.
The guy calling?
The guy calling. The guy in North Dakota just stole his identity, being his accountant, knew all of his information, stole his identity, and is using it in North Dakota for his own purposes.
Why is he doing that?
Well, let's find out who this guy is and why he's doing it.
What the fuck?
This is Dennis James Gade, Gaede. He's born in 1963. He's also a Milwaukee native, so they're both from the same area. He's the youngest of 5 siblings. Now, when he gets the phone call from Timothy, Diana, who actually is his wife, her name is Diana Fruge, though, Fruge, she said that's when Dennis panicked when the phone call came in. Yeah. One of those looks where the heart sinks to the floor, just kind of pale and and he started stuttering. Didn't expect this.
Yeah, he's already caught.
He's got a nice criminal history, too. 1987, concealing stolen property. He was tried to be an informant for the Marshfield Police Department for a while, but they got rid of him because he was doing some shit we'll talk about. Got arrested for bad checks in 1994, party to escape and aiding a felon in 1995.
Yeah.
Here's a quote from Dennis about his life. Quote, ever since I was in law enforcement, it's been chaotic. I didn't have a criminal record until I got involved with law enforcement, which isn't true, by the way.
You got involved with them because of it.
That's what's crazy. He worked as an undercover officer, basically. We'll talk about it. In 1987, a detective told him, because he was caught for a felony, so right away his story falls apart, meaning,
it's garbage. Yep.
He said the detective told him, here's your opportunity to turn this felony into a simple mistake and everybody goes home happy. Just help us out. So he was living in Milwaukee. He was married with 2 children at the time, operating his own garage, like mechanic garage. Yeah. He worked on cars and had a tow truck. And he had a Harley also that he rode around on.
Hell yeah.
And he would put his 4-year-old daughter on the back, which is very advisable.
What the fuck, guy?
Yeah, that way if you get hit by a car, she'll shoot into the air 30, 40 feet.
You should have an age that you in mind before you put her on the back. And
you want to kill yourself.
It's double digits,
go ahead.
right?
Yeah, it's for sure.
It's definitely beyond 6 years from
beyond
now.
puberty, I would say.
Yeah.
That's about right. So, he hung out at a biker bar, and basically he had a bad investment in some used tow truck parts, as it was put. He bought some stolen shit, apparently.
Used tow truck parts.
That's what he said.
Chop shop shit.
Exactly. No shit. So he said that he jumped at the chance to make this felony go away. The police wanted information on some of the patrons at the biker bar he hung out at.
Yeah.
And so he said, sure, no problem. And he was given any information he could. He said he wanted to stay on the right side of the law, so he signed up for police science classes at Waukesha Community Technical College.
Sure.
He didn't graduate, but they hired him in 1991 with the Marshfield Police Department in Wisconsin to work undercover drug cases. That ended terribly, so badly he ended up pleading no contest to 2 misdemeanors, including cocaine possession and obstructing an officer.
Yeah.
That means your time on the force didn't go well, I say.
Yeah. You may have fucked up.
You fucked up good. He served 90 days in jail for that.
Ooh.
And one of the police chief of Marshfield said, I remember him promising a lot of things, but within a short period of time, we came to realize he was a blowhard and was not able to deliver on the promises he made. The only conviction he got us was himself. So he made one case, and it was for him.
And he fucks up a lot, huh?
Oh, he fucks up a lot. So then he got divorced.
Yep.
He moved to Sparta, Wisconsin,
Yeesh.
where, with help from his mom, he opened Big D's Restaurant. He's Dennis, Big D.
Big D's.
Big D's Restaurant, housed in the American Legion Hall. And on the side, he would collect information about bikers for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. Doesn't seem smart.
No, that is so dangerous.
And then at one point, the police department people that he talks to asked him to hire a jail inmate on work release. They said, we're looking for a job for this guy. He said, sure. So he said he was convinced, looking back, that it was a setup. The police were trying to bring him down because he had evidence that a cop and a prosecutor were involved with drugs and murder. So this was all a big setup. So the Monroe County District Attorney says that Dennis was the one who volunteered to give the inmate a job, and he calls the rest of his allegations ludicrous. Yeah. He said, I certainly don't believe there was any kind of setup. I find that fact kind of ridiculous.
Right.
Either way, the inmate takes the job and took off during his first day on the job.
Oops.
Dennis found him, Dennis found himself at this point charged with being a party to the crimes of aiding a felon and escape. So they're saying that he helped him get away, and Dennis is saying this is a big setup.
Okay.
And by the way, the bikers that he's been talking about found out that he's been ratting on them also. That's not good.
Oh, shit.
So he's a weird guy. So he, for 2 years, he lived away from the bikers, he said. He's got away from everybody. He said, though, then in 1995, one of the biker gangs tracked him down.
Oh, they found him.
Yeah. A rural Wisconsin biker gang. They are so fucked up on beer and meth, they're not going to remember you next week, probably. Unless you stumbled in there and was like, hey, I'm that guy. Remember me?
I don't think they've got many trackers in their crew.
Probably not. Yeah, not then. So he had to disappear, he said. And he said that he had to he had to not only leave, he needed to go by a different name and everything.
Oh, assume a new identity.
Yes, and that's not Timothy Wicks, by the way. That's later. This is his first one. Yeah. Okay. He chose the identity of a Canadian boy who died at the age of 7 in 1981 named Luke Gagnon. Mm-hmm. So Dennis got a birth certificate and a Canadian equivalent of a Social Security card in Luke's name. Wow. So he called himself Luke, blended into the Winnipeg area, Just
Jesus.
acted like nothing happened. He started a band called Widow with a guitarist that he found. When you're hiding out, the best thing to do is get on a stage with lights on you.
Lots of lights on the only person in the room. Be that guy.
That's the guy to be. That everybody look at this.
Nobody
All
will
the
assume
seats are
that
pointed
guy's
that
running.
way.
Yeah.
No. So they even made a CD and everything.
Wow.
He got a job as an accountant and went back to school studying business administration. Fell in love again, had another son.
Yep.
Planned a wedding at a park and all this type of shit, and everything was great. But then he applied for a student loan to help pay for college tuition. Mm-hmm. The guy in the loan office typed his name into the computer, Luke Gagnon, and told him, quote, "You're dead.
I can't do this. You are deceased."
We can't lend money to a dead child, usually. That's not
right.
going to work. You're dead in 7, so this isn't going to happen. So Dennis said, huh? What are you talking about? And he said, I can't be dead. I'm standing here. What are you talking about? How could I be dead?
Yeah.
And this guy seemed, he said, it's probably a software glitch. It happens, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Somebody pressed the wrong button when they were killing somebody else off. And
it
happens.
Get it fixed and come on back.
That's all. But he got nervous, Dennis. He was like, oh, shit, they're on to me.
Yeah.
And he was right, because about 3 days later at 7 a.m., the police kicked in his door.
Ooh.
And they told him, we know you're Dennis Gade, and you're in deep shit. You stole this kid's identity.
Yeah.
You're also wanted in Monroe County, Wisconsin. There's a warrant out for helping someone escape.
Probably why you're doing this.
According to the warrant, Gade had called the jail and volunteered to give the inmate a job, as they talk about, as part of a sophisticated escape plan.
Oh.
And Dennis says it was a setup, obviously. So he says that the Canadian authorities didn't bother prosecuting him for the identity theft. They just wanted to kick him out. Yeah. So he crossed the border out of Canada and entered the United States in Pembina, North Dakota. And he said there was no cops waiting to arrest him.
Oh.
There was nothing.
It's all free and clear.
That's his version.
Uh-huh.
The CBC has a different version, the Canadian Broadcasting Company.
Yeah.
They said he tried to get refugee status in Canada. This is from, I'll read this article. An American who assumed the identity of a dead Manitoba boy for 3 years wants to stay in Canada. Dennis James Gade is claiming refugee status because he says he fears he'll be killed back home. He worked as an undercover cop for various police forces in Wisconsin and fears people are gunning for him. He assumed the identity of Grant Douglas Lindblom, a Manitoba boy who died in 1963. So he's at 2 different ones. There was Luke Gagnon and then there's this one. He used that name to get his paperwork. He pleaded guilty to 5 fraud charges in Winnipeg and was sentenced to 3 months in jail. Dennis left all of that out.
What a dick.
What a dick. So he said he walked along the road till he came to a church. Uh-huh. Now he's just singing fucking...
Church hymns, yeah.
And
I'll be working on the railroad.
Or, and I began to pray. What is that?
I don't know.
Mamas and the Papas, the fucking...
Oh, I don't know the song. I'm going to miss it.
California Dreamin'. California Dreamin'. That's what he's doing. Well, yeah. Walked into a church.
A winter's day.
Yeah, he said he walked into a church, same thing, and he said just walked up and found a church, and he said the minister, whose name he can't recall, obviously,
right. Yeah.
Fed him and let him stay the night. Then the next morning, the minister gave him a bus ticket to Milwaukee and a duffel bag.
Wow.
He said he looked inside the duffel bag, and there was a 6-pack of Budweiser and a half a bottle of Jack Daniels. This sounds insanely made up. This guy, nothing he says is true.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you some good stuff about some good food here with Little Spoon.
Littlespoon.com.
Yeah, we've all been at this moment. If you have kids, you've been there. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
They're getting restless. They're wanting some food. And you look in the fridge and you're like, oh, no, I have, what do I do here? I have nothing. You don't have any dinner plan. You got
None
nothing.
of these do a meal make. Yeah.
This does not add up to anything. Mm-hmm. We've all been there a lot because parenthood doesn't come with a meal plan, unfortunately.
Right.
They don't do that. So no need to stress over last-minute meals. Start using Little Spoon, today's episode sponsor. They deliver real food for babies, toddlers, and big kids, like me, because I'll eat this stuff too, straight to your door so mealtime actually feels easy. One thing that's really great, and I will attest to this too at my house, the big hit is the Chicken Dunkers Lunchers. That's good stuff. Yeah. It's basically nuggets with dipping sauce. That's what it seems like, but it's loaded with hidden veggies. That's the thing. You can sneak those veggies in while they think they're eating chicken nuggets. And I like them, too. You can sneak them in on me, too. I don't mind it at all.
Certainly.
But you don't have to peel, chop, or beg your kids to take one bite of it. Just one bite, please. No, they'll eat all of it. And you're like, ha, you ate broccoli. It's amazing. You're going to love it. It's wonderful. Oh, here's another exciting thing. Little Spoon is now available at Target as well. Oh. So on your next diaper run and all that kind of thing, you can also grab baby and kid snacks, pouches, yogurt smoothies, and bars. Plus, Target has an exclusive line of frozen things as well that they have there. Things like their cult favorite chicken nuggets, meatballs, and sliders. Find them in the snack and freezer aisles. They're delicious. You're going to be obsessed with them. They're just good. Little Spoon is the mealtime hack parents can't stop talking about. Try their no prep, nutrient-packed meals and snacks for babies, toddlers, and big kids. Get 50% off your first online order at littlespoon.com/smalltownmurder with the code smalltownmurder at checkout. That's littlespoon.com/smalltownmurder. And don't forget to use our show's code for 50% off your first order.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a better food to feed your cat with Smalls.
Smalls.com.
Oh man, I love my kitty Brandy.
Yeah.
And when she's hungry, she gets pushy. Let me tell you something. She will climb on top of you when you're sleeping and stare at you from an inch away from you.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna feel my eyes. You know those cat eyes when you feel them and they're hungry. Feed them Smalls. It's so good. Oh man, you love to snuggle up with your cat. It's excellent stuff. Feed them what they deserve. That's why I order Smalls cat food. Fresh, protein-rich meals that support my cat's health and happiness. This podcast is sponsored by Smalls. Listeners know that, I like my cat, and I'm going to keep my cat, and I like keeping her happy. And can't do that without Smalls. For a limited time, get 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/STM. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in your own fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why Cats.com named Smalls their best overall cat food. Super easy to start out with, too. You just share some info about your cat's diet, health, food preferences. Smalls puts together a personalized sampler for your cat. You know your cat's going to appreciate some personal attention with that sort of
flight.
thing.
Yeah.
Put that together for him. A little charcuterie board of loveliness for him. It's great stuff, and and the cats love it. They're going to like it. She has less hairballs. You got better energy, healthier weight, soft, shiny fur coat, and that litter box is less stinky. Let's just say that. Smalls also has a bunch of amazing treats and snacks you can add to your order. They're amazing, I'm telling you. It's like a little early holiday gift for you. After switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal, so you can do it as well. And the team at Smalls is so confident your cat's going to love what they're putting out. You can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund you if your cat will not eat their food. So what are you waiting for? Give your cat the food they deserve. For a limited time, because you are a listener to Small Town Murder, you get 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/STM. One last time, that's 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/STM.
Now back to the show.
So he said he decided, though, he really liked North Dakota, even though he was going back to Milwaukee. So he ends up back in Milwaukee. He got married in May 2001 to another woman.
Really?
Yeah, he turns it all over real fast.
It's impressive, yeah.
He married Diana Frug at Milwaukee County Courthouse. Her 3-year-old son, Joshua, always calls him Daddy Dennis, which just makes me think of Wild and Wonderful White. So Dennis is this. Dennis is this. So he marries her. Her story, she's had a run, too. One of her ex-boyfriends was an abusive ex-convict. Another one just beat her fucking severely over the course of months.
Where did they meet?
In Milwaukee somewhere.
Just on the road.
Yeah, who knows? Another one beat her even though she got several restraining orders. He would track her down and beat her more. So she's a single mother, has 2 kids, has an older daughter, a teenage daughter from 2 different fathers, obviously. They met in early 2001. She was a beautician who managed the West Allis apartment building where she lived. Dennis was renting office space below the apartments. That's how they met.
Yeah.
Diana thought of him as a friendly guy who ran the accounting office, and that's it. She didn't picture himself, being with her or anything. He was overweight, wore glasses, was bald.
Leave me alone.
Not an attractive man. No, his head.
Yeah.
His head is huge. It's this big fat head.
And then he put glasses on it?
Oh, yeah. He put glasses on. He's got like stringy, balding blonde hair.
Oh,
it's not
no,
good,
he's
dude.
hanging on to it.
It's bad. Yeah, he's terrible looking.
Jesus.
So, she said he was sweet and enthusiastic and funny, though. And he started dropping by her place for a beer after work and, all that kind of thing. And he asked her out, and she said, I don't know. I can't leave my teenage daughter home alone. So he suggested bring Rachel along with us. That's the teenage daughter. And the three of them had a great time at the Red Lobster. That's just a hell of a night.
What do you want from us?
Yep. And the 3-year-old loved Daddy Dennis right away. And Daddy Dennis. Within 2 months, he proposed. He told her she could quit working and just stay home with the kids. And she was like, I don't have to be a single parent. I don't have to do all this. This sounds great. He's a charming guy. She said that his looks and his charm made up for his failings in the looks department. So they got married. Failings. They're married less than 3 months when he told her that he's been charged with 2 felonies back in 1995 that he's still wanted for.
Yeah, it's been a while, but don't worry.
Don't worry, they'll come. And he swore he's not guilty, though. And he said, so she said, I'm sure he'll be acquitted. So she drove.
He's not guilty.
Yeah, she went with him to the courthouse in Sparta, Wisconsin for his trial in July of 2001. But she had to wait outside because she had the kid, and they won't let a 3-year-old in a fucking courtroom because they're disruptive.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. He was convicted of being a party to crimes of aiding and a felon and escape.
Yeah.
Even though he had jumped bail and took 2 separate identities and went to another country, they somehow gave him bail pending sentencing.
Really?
So he's free on $10,000 bail pending sentencing. He told his new wife there's no way he's going to jail. He said, everyone's there to get me in that part of the state. The prosecutors, the bikers, the cops, they all held grudges. And as soon as I'm in there, they're going to kill me.
The bikers, too?
All of them. They're still mad. Yeah, the bikers are still mad. So he takes off. He's got his felonies there. He jumps bail. And Diana said she didn't argue because the young boy's father was giving her a ton of grief, and she was sick of dealing with him. Yeah. She knew it would be illegal to violate their custody agreement and run away with the kid, but she told herself that the boy would be better off if she just took off with him.
She's probably right.
And she said she didn't want to leave. She didn't want to be a single parent again, she said.
Right. That sucks.
And so she sent her teenage daughter with the kid's dad, and the 3 of them move out of town. Daddy Dennis, Joshua, and Diana.
Yeah.
So they go to Fargo, North Dakota. He starts using Timothy Wicks's identity because he had prepared his taxes. Problem is, he starts getting in trouble at his new job.
Oh, you dipshit.
Yeah. They asked what was the first sign that something was off, and one of the employees said, like a $20 petty cash check. Where did it go and where are the receipts? Just some real minor things. But then his bosses started noticing some major things. His boss here, this Paradon guy, said, well, I'm thinking it's awful and odd that there's a $4,000 check written to petty cash when we don't keep a petty cash account.
Ha! That is odd.
That's a weird one. He said, we found they were indeed deposited into an account belonging to Tim Wicks. They also discovered that Wicks gave himself a Christmas bonus that he wasn't entitled to. He said, you know what?
Well done.
I have done a hell of a job
so
this year. I feel like, I deserve this.
I've been such a good boy.
His bosses called the Fargo police, who started investigating Tim Wicks for embezzlement.
Yeah.
So they started asking him questions and shit like that. And anyway, so at one point, they tell him, I guess the police opened up the investigation and they talked to Dennis/Tim, and he said that I'm not doing anything. The founders of the business, Compressed Air, they are cheating on their taxes and they're trying to put it on me.
Oh,
that's
I'm
what
the
it's
fall
about.
Guy. I'm a patsy.
Yeah, he said, I'll come to the station. I'll show you evidence. And so, he couldn't fucking do that, obviously.
No.
But it bought him a couple of days.
Sure.
Then the real Tim Wicks calls him, and he goes, oh, fuck. Now that the walls are they're closing in as they crumble. Like, this is terrible.
Not him, too.
Yeah. It's going to be a pile of rubble is going to get him eventually. So on Christmas Eve, 2001, the real Tim Wicks tells his brother-in-law that he's headed to Canada with Dennis Gade for a jazz drumming job.
Oh.
He's got each of them a job, drumming.
Yeah.
And they can make $800 a week playing drums in a bar, which seems like a lot of money for bar drumming.
Why would you do anything else?
Yeah, just do that. But he also says Dennis wanted it to be a big secret, so don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
Why would you?
To Canada.
Why? December 25th, 2001, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Tim Wicks, the real one in Milwaukee, leaves a note with his landlord, and it just says Dennis and Tim Wicks, and leaves a phone number where he can be reached in, I guess, Fargo, and then saying there's a band. I have a band gig in Canada. I have to leave, blah, blah, blah. Okay. If you need anything, this is where you can reach me.
That's where I'll be, yeah.
December 26th, friends watched Tim and Dennis load drums into Tim Wicks's car outside his apartment, and they head to Gardner to get ready for the trip.
Okay.
December 29th, Dennis calls his job, which he doesn't know that they're think he's embezzling yet, to ask to borrow a company pickup to haul a U-Haul trailer. And they said no. Not going to allow that. So then that evening, Tim Wicks's credit card is used to rent a backhoe in Gardner.
Oh.
December 30th, this is the Fleet Farm in Fargo. Here's purchases with Tim Wicks's credit card.
Yeah.
An axe.
Yeah.
Heavy gloves, burlap sacks, and large shears.
And a backhoe.
And he's already got the backhoe, and he rents a U-Haul truck with Timothy Wicks's credit card as well.
Oh, boy.
So his friends haven't heard from him when he was supposed to call, so they start calling the cops, saying, we don't know where our friend is. The cops say, well, he's an adult who literally moved away from here.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
Maybe he's ignoring you. Maybe he's done with you. What are we going to do here?
Who knows?
So they visited his apartment manager, and the apartment manager gave them the phone number. Well, if you're looking for him, this is the number he left behind. Yeah. So they traced the number to Fargo, but couldn't find him there, obviously. So January 2nd, 2002, the Cass County Sheriff's Department performs a welfare check at Dennis's residence in Gardner, trying to find Tim.
Yeah.
Because people are looking for him. They find his car there, but no one's home. So they leave a note on Tim's car. Hey, call us. There's people looking for you.
Yeah.
Later that day, on the Michigan side of the Menominee River, which is between Menominee River, between Wisconsin and Michigan there, they find a torso. Someone finds a torso on the riverbank.
Oh, no.
Yeah, didn't quite get into the river. Just sitting there. No head, no hands, torso. Okay, so this is like, the Russian guy from The Wire killed this guy or something here. January 4th, 2002, a U-Haul is returned to the Fargo location by Dennis. The mileage on the U-Haul is 1,786 miles.
Dang, this thing went running.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
January 7th, Tim Wicks, Dennis though, really Dennis, reports for work for the last time in Fargo. Okay. The cops are still looking for Tim. So they get in touch with the Fargo Police Department, which claims they're investigating a Tim Wicks too.
Oh, great.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy? So they were like, what? There's two Tim Wicks and you're looking for him and we're looking for... That's weird. So they said, well, the Tim we're after is a drummer, pretty decent drummer. And he goes, my guy too. Holy shit. We're both looking for Tim Wicks who drum. It's got to be the same guy.
Yeah.
Then after a minute, they go back and forth here and they go, wait a second, well, let's get descriptions here.
Yeah.
The one is 5'8", 150 pounds. And then they say, oh, my guy's 6'3", 350. And they go, okay, not the same guy. They couldn't be
different
more
guys.
Physically different. And he's balding, wears glasses. The other guy has hair. He's short, he's skinny. None of it makes sense. So they said they saw pictures then of both men, and they went, yeah, these are not, that's Dennis
Different
Gade,
guys.
and this is Tim Wicks. Like, these are different. So they were like, where is the real Timothy Wicks? So this detective, please stand up. This detective in Milwaukee had a bad feeling about Tim Wicks here. Some guy using his identity. And
way to have a hunch.
then one of the cops says, hey, we got a bulletin a few days ago from the Michigan State Police. Like a lot of notices you get from neighboring states, and they just kind of go up on the board for a minute and then they're gone. It's been filed away in a binder. So this guy dug it out, and it's saying that we found a headless, handless male body aged 40 to 50 on a riverbank. No tattoos or scars, no other distinguishing characteristics. So this guy said, let me call Michigan. This is the Milwaukee investigator. And then he's told about that January 16th, 2002, about 35 miles upriver from where they found the torso, a surveyor was rowing looking for precious metals there.
Yeah.
And the temperature was below zero that day. The water was close to a dam, so the constant flow kept it from freezing. So it was a place you could look. He saw something on the river bottom, didn't know what it was, poked it with an oar, and it's a human head.
It's a head.
It's just a head.
God damn it.
So this is about 12 miles from the torso.
Okay.
In the head, a bullet wound is found.
All right.
And they said both parts happened to be, everything ended up at the Milwaukee morgue for some reason. They've been sent there because murder cases, I guess they have a better forensic pathologist in the middle of nowhere. So,
all right, sure.
That was in Niagara, Wisconsin. They were able to use dental records and DNA to identify the remains as Tim Wicks.
Of course.
So we found Tim. An autopsy. Tim Wicks. We have one of those.
Yeah.
An autopsy determined that he was shot and suffocated to death.
Ooh.
So who could have done this? Well,
excellent question.
One guy is openly using his identity. That might be
that guy.
Person to talk to. So then on January 23rd, Dennis calls his old boss, Jeff Paradine.
Yeah.
And he said that basically they're looking for him for embezzling $9,000 from them.
Over $9,000 he's running?
He's running. So he calls his old boss and says, if there's anything that the guy could get out of the house that he has that would make up for what he's taken, you can take. You're welcome to it, basically. Go to my house, look around. If you can piece together $9,000 worth of shit, you're welcome to it.
Take what you want, get out, and we'll call it even.
So he calls the cops instead, this guy. Yeah. He's like, I'm calling the cops. The detective tells him, don't go near there. And he says, let me tell you something. The real Tim Wicks is dead. Keep that under your hat. But
we know it.
This
we
is
don't
bigger.
Want him to know we know it.
This is bigger than your $9,000, basically.
Yeah.
So then they search the Dennis's home, the blue farmhouse in Gardner. No one's there. They knew that. So they look all around. The driveway's empty. There's mail piling up. They said they're looking around. They said the whole kitchen floor is just luminous. I've never seen anything like this one. The entire kitchen floor was cleaned with straight bleach. There's no blood. It's just bleach. Whole floor bleached.
Yeah, all bleach.
Yep. They say nothing found in the house. No blood evidence. They do found a mop with reddish-brown fluid that tested negative for blood.
Oh.
They found marks in frozen ground near the house from a backhoe, and they found women's shoes that they're going to keep for footprint comparisons. Then they realized that multiple bank withdrawals from Tim Wicks' account he's stolen a total of $17,000 from Tim Wicks, where he purchased a 1989 Travel Master RV as well. So February 15th, 2002, Dennis is wanted by the FBI now.
Yeah.
This isn't the Milwaukee cops. There's warrants in North Dakota, Wisconsin, and Diana has an outstanding warrant in Wisconsin for taking her kid, too. Her husband called
Diana.
the cops. So now they put out a big APB for him. Right. They're saying he's Dennis Gade or Tim Wicks or Grant Lindbaum or Grant Garreau or who knows this time. You know what I mean? Could be Luke Gagnon. Could be anybody. White male, 38, between 325 and 375 pounds, possibly
real
a mustache.
Is what he is.
Yeah,
He's staying in an RV.
He has a skull with a music note tattoo on his upper left arm. Even a shitty tattoo. Now, the FBI said he might be traveling with his wife, Diana, and her 5-year-old son in a 1989 Chevrolet Travel Master motorhome with Wisconsin plates A3951.
Watch out for a man with a full shitter.
Watch out. Oh, it's coming. Full shitter and a lit cigar. Watch out. Now, they're on the run. They were going to Canada at first.
Yeah?
Now, what he did, they got to Canada, though, and he told Diana, you and the kid drive the RV across. I'll get out and sneak through the woods across the border since I'm banned from the country, since I got deported.
We'll meet up elsewhere.
You just pick me up on the other side. And she said, we can't do that. That's crazy. So she said, I took Joshua from her father. I have warrants, too. If I try to take the kid across, they're going to look into that, and I'm going to get busted. So he said, okay, we're going to Mexico instead. They were like at the Canadian border.
We're going to U-turn it.
Turned it around. Their plan, to live on the beach and sell fruit from the back of a truck.
God damn. Imagine.
What the fuck is going on?
That's your getaway?
That's your getaway.
That's your dismount from $9,000?
Well, $9,000 and all sorts of other charges.
Yeah, but
he
come
knows,
on. That's crazy.
He knows he's in more trouble than that.
Yeah.
He does not want to go to jail. So March 4th, 2002, this is at the Camp A Way campground with dashes in there in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, boy.
The whole clan here, they drive into the campground about 8 p.m. on a Sunday. Diana paid the $19.93 registration fee with cash. The owner said he didn't notice anything strange about either of them. He only saw them briefly. They bought a soda from the vending machine. And he said, we see 10,000 RVs a year, so there's nothing to make us suspect. It was just a normal registration. So it's a private campground, and it was a real nice one, clean showers, laundry room. And Diana begged Dennis to stay for one more day so she could wash Joshua's sheets and blankets because he'd been wetting the bed lately. His mother thought maybe from nerves. So they stay an extra day. Now, a Minnesota couple who'd camped next to them in Tennessee recognizes them from the news and tips off authorities. Then there's somebody who ends up back in North Dakota after seeing them at the campsite and seeing their pictures on the news as wanted. So they call the cops too. So everyone's called the cops on them now. So they
clearly stand out.
Absolutely. They swarm the place and they arrest them. They said, Diana said Joshua was screaming at the top of his lungs, and he said, Mom, were you bad? Because it's like there's like 30 cop cars and FBI, a little bit. So Dennis now, he is a flight risk.
Yeah.
He's not charged with murder at this point, just the embezzlement and everything like that.
Yeah, they don't know anything. Yeah, well, I mean, they know, but
they don't have a case yet. So, but his bail's set for $3 million because he's such a bad flight risk. So both of them refused to waive extradition from Nebraska. So they had to get a governor's warrant and do all this bullshit. It was a real big pain in the ass, but they ended up getting him back to North Dakota. He's also wanted in Wisconsin, like we said. Now, about murder charges, they said there's no additional charges against Dennis are pending, not yet. They said we have an active investigation going. When that's concluded, everyone that has an interest in this matter will decide.
Okay.
Diana faces a felony warrant from Milwaukee for interfering with parental custody of her young son. The child was with them. He was then returned to his father in Wisconsin.
All right.
Now, in jail in Nebraska, Diane has a big fucking mouth.
Really?
She starts telling the inmates that she's in there because she killed a guy. I killed him because he raped me. That's what he says. She says, Tim Wicks raped me and I killed him.
Not a lot of shut up in this girl, huh?
No, not at all.
Okay.
There's Diana writes to Dennis and he writes back love letters from jail as well.
Oh, that's nice.
They discuss the fake rape statement too. Oh, you should say this. Yeah.
Good.
Dennis's letter, basically, Dennis said all these guys that committed grisly crimes and made money on books and stuff. And he said he could write a book and make some money and be one of those guys, he told Diana as well.
Yeah.
Sure, what the hell? Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you how to get your finances in better shape with Rocket Money.
RocketMoney.com.
you know it. A lot of people are not aware of how much money they spend each month. They just don't know. Do you know how many subscriptions you pay for off the top of your head? Who knows? I don't know. There's tons of stuff. What about how much you spend on takeout or delivery? It's probably more than you think. But there's an app designed to help you manage your money better, and that is Rocket Money. My goodness, are they great. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place, including subscriptions you forgot about. If you see a subscription you no longer want, Rocket Money will help you cancel it. And that's what they did for me. I literally was paying for something for 4 years. I didn't even know I was paying for.
Terrible.
Thank you, Rocket Money. That was amazing. Their dashboard lays out your total financial picture, including bill due dates and pay dates, in a way that's easy to digest. You can even automatically create custom budgets based on your past spending. If you got like a goal that you're saving for, Rocket Money can analyze your accounts to find the best time each month to put money aside, get alerts if your bills increase in price, if there's unusual activity in your accounts, if you're getting close to going over budget, even when you're doing a good job. They're going to tell you that too. Rocket Money's 5 million members have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, with members saving up to $740 a year when they use all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder today. That's rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder. rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to give you a better way to dress with Quince.
Quince.com, Quince.com.
Oh yeah, we love Quince, and as the weather's starting to cool off, you got to start swapping out your clothes here.
Oh yeah, you do.
No more summer stuff, put the shorts away, get yourself some fall gear. You need warm, durable, built-to-last things, and Quince delivers every time with wardrobe staples that'll carry you through the season. Quince has the kind of fall staples you'll actually want to wear over and over again, like 100% Mongolian cashmere from just $60. That's a great deal. Classic fit denim and real leather and wool outerwear that looks sharp and holds up. I'm telling you, I got this leather jacket that I got in the spring, and I'm dying to wear it from Quince, and I haven't been able to wear it because it's been warm, so I'm looking forward. I think Seattle live show, break it out there for that. Yeah. Good stuff, man. I'm telling you. I got my eye on their suede trucker jacket. That's pretty cool, too. It's perfect for layering and just looks really casual, but put together. It's cool stuff. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middlemen to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands, including Jimmy's linen outfit that he has there. It's awesome stuff. Layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/smalltownmurder for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too. That's QUINCE.com/smalltownmurder. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show and tell you how to be much safer with Simply Safe.
SimplySafe.com, SIMPLI safe.com.
Oh, you know it. I'm telling you, we hear horrible. This is small town murder. The stories we hear are horrendous. So many awful things that could completely...
And they happen.
They happen all the time. Listen, we have 600-something episodes of it. And a lot of these could have been very easily prevented by Simply Safe. That's the thing. I'm telling you right now. There's so much craziness out there. Can a home security system really call itself security if it's only responding once someone's inside? That's not really security. What good is that? You're being murdered. Who cares at that point? Come and mop up later. Doesn't matter. You need them to be there beforehand, and that is where Simply Safe. I'm sorry, I love Simply Safe. That is where Simply Safe comes in. There's now a way you can actually stop someone from entering your house. It is Simply Safe, and their AI-powered cameras. They detect threats while they're still outside your home and alert real security agents. They can even talk to them and yell at them. It's amazing. This is a game changer. The agents take action while the intruder's still outside. They confront the intruder, letting them know they're being watched on camera and that police are on their way, and they even sound a loud siren. You can trigger a spotlight if needed. This is how you stop a crime before it starts. That's real security. Other systems have cameras that let you talk to intruders, but They require you to see the alert yourself, and then you have to do it. SimpliSafe takes care of all that for you. Their monitoring agents have your back and talk to intruders even if they aren't there. There's no long-term contracts or hidden fees. You can cancel any time. Named Best Home Security System by U.S. and News and World Report for 5 years running. 60-day money-back guarantee so you can try it and see the difference for yourself. I'm telling you, we use SimpliSafe.
Yes.
Have it on my house, have it on my office, the studio. Everything we have is SimpliSafe protected because there's just no better way to do it than the way they do it. I'm sorry. It's just great stuff. And right now, our listeners, you guys, can save 50% on a SimpliSafe home security system at simplisafe.com/small. That's simplisafe.com/small. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Now back to the show.
Then he does some jailhouse interviews, because that's going to be smart. And he said this to the Forum newspaper. When people walk into the jail, almost everyone knows who I am. They base popularity on your criminal act. And he said about the FBI, I had them at the edge of their seats. I bet very shortly they're going to announce that they were pointing the finger at the wrong person. And then they asked him about Tim Wicks's death, and he said, I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not the one who killed him.
Okay.
February 2004.
Here
now,
we go.
Diana does 6 months for her parental custody thing. He's still in jail, but only for the embezzlement and the thing he was wanted for in Wisconsin, too.
Yeah.
That's what he's in jail for. So their cops want to talk to Diana because they really want, it's been over 2 years. They want to charge something. So they said, okay, let's talk to her. Once she's released, the detective had visited her twice a week trying to get her to talk in jail. Once she's released, he still keeps going. 2 years pass, and they interviewed her in February 2004. They said it was difficult because there's law enforcement agencies from 3 states. There's tons of evidence and all this shit.
Yeah.
They said because we have multiple agencies involved, it's taken some time to put together all the interviews we needed and all the information we thought was appropriate. Now, her initial statement is, I killed Tim.
Okay.
Because he raped me.
Right.
Yes.
I'm a victim, so now he is too.
The police say, we don't believe you.
No.
We don't believe that you killed him, and we don't believe he raped you either. So
Samesies, yeah.
both of these are no good. And then finally she cracks after a while.
Yeah.
She said, because they're also probably saying, you're going to be involved in this too. You should probably tell us what happened.
Oh, yeah.
She said, quote, Dennis had told me that with his felonies in Wisconsin that if he was convicted of murder, he'd never see daylight again. So we concocted a plan. He told me if I could convince a jury it was self-defense, I'd be free in 8 or 9 years and we could be together again.
Oh, great.
Wow. So they said, why did she take so long? Well, she said that she hoped DNA or some other physical evidence would tie Dennis to the murder so he could be charged without her, basically. She didn't want to be involved. But she said now that time passed, it's pretty clear that's not going to happen, and they're telling me that they need me. So here it is. This is what happened. December 28th, 2011. This is at their residence in Gardner, North Dakota. Between 11 p.m. and midnight, she said about 9 o'clock, I gave Joshy a bath and took him upstairs. Dennis and Tim were drinking and partying and stuff downstairs, drinking and smoking pot. So she brought her 3-year-old upstairs. And she didn't smoke weed, and she didn't want Josh in the room while they're smoking weed, obviously.
Gotta get him away from that, yeah.
So she says, I went to bed, and she said, Dennis waking me up in a panic, and he's like, come downstairs. And we went downstairs, and Tim's laying on the kitchen floor. I said, what did you do, party him out? I don't think I've ever heard.
I did.
I've never heard that expression before. What a weird, party him out.
I drank him under the table. So he's actually under the table.
There he is. See him? It's literal when they say that.
I did it.
He said, because I thought he passed out, and he said, no, I shot him. So she said she was confused because he was still breathing and she didn't see any blood. So how could he be shot? She said, well, he's still alive. That is when Dennis got a plastic bag.
Oh, boy.
And put it over his head until he stopped breathing.
Oh, Jesus.
So Diana said she went into the bathroom and threw up.
Because she just told him to do that, basically.
Yeah, she's like, he's still breathing. And he's like, thank you.
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
I got it.
She said her first instinct was to call the police, but how could she explain that she was married to one Tim Wicks, but there's another Tim Wicks dead on the kitchen floor?
What a conundrum.
What if they thought that she had been involved? What would happen to her son? What if Dennis doesn't want to leave witnesses and decides to kill her?
Great.
So she said,
questions, yeah.
I'll go along with it. So she said when she left the bathroom, Dennis was wrapping the body in a tarp. She says she helped him drag it out to the barn, which had been converted into a 3-car garage. Joshua was sleeping the whole time. From that point on, she said she stayed drunk on beer, bourbon, whiskey, whatever she could get her hands on. She suggested that Dennis suggested you call the police and tell them that Tim tried to rape you, so you shot him. And she said, I'm not doing that. I don't have the wherewithal to put that performance on.
It's a problem.
So December 29th, the cover-up has to begin.
Yeah.
In the morning, that's when the body is dragged to the barn. That afternoon is when he calls his employer asking to borrow a pickup to haul a U-Haul. That evening, he rents a backhoe.
Oh, boy.
He tried to dig a grave beside the house, but the ground is frozen fucking solid because it's late December in North Dakota. So Diana said he planned to take him to his cottage in Michigan, and he said there was some kind of cement sewer type thing he could drop him into and nobody would ever find him.
Whoa.
Holy shit. So then December 30th is when he buys the axe, the gloves, the burlap sacks, and the shears. And everybody around there says, what do you need shears for in the middle of winter? There's no foliage.
There's nothing green to cut.
Not trimming your rose bushes back. Rents the U-Haul truck, loads the body into a wardrobe box.
Yeah.
December 31st, New Year's Eve. They leave Fargo with the body in the U-Haul. Diana and Josh still in there too.
Yeah.
New Year's Day, near Powers, Michigan, they drove, and Diana said they were going to the Upper Peninsula where he had a cabin. Diana said that's when he decided to dismember him, take his head in his hands so that dental records or fingerprints wouldn't identify the torso.
He just got wild now.
Wow. This is from I'm Going to Steal This Guy's Identity.
Yeah.
Diana said that she and Joshua sat in the front seat of the U-Haul with the radio blasting as Dennis dismembered the body in the back of the U-Haul.
Ooh-wee.
You see weird stains in the back of a U-Haul, assume it's a dismembered body.
Probably was.
She said she tried to forget the sounds of the banging and hacking. She said you could just hear bang, 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 and it seemed like it was never going to stop. Yeah. When they reached the Menominee River, Dennis told Josh to wait in the car while they stepped out. They threw it over the bridge at the Menominee River. She said she helped him heave the body over the guardrail, but it landed on the riverbank and didn't go into the water.
Dang it.
She said Dennis is just too lazy to go down and push it in, so that's why they left it there.
It stayed there because of that.
He drove 1,000 miles, but was like, I don't want to walk all the way down there and push it. Wow.
Holy fuck.
They stopped at a gas station to wash up. She said she stood in front of the mirror and saw she had blood all over her clothes and all this. Yeah. And she said, what the fuck am I going to do with myself? She said she couldn't leave. She had no money, no car. She had a 3-year-old. What are you going to do? So then they drove all the way back to Gardner after dumping the torso. He returns the U-Haul. She also said about the murder weapon on the trip to Milwaukee, Dennis disassembled the handgun used to kill Wicks and had her throw it into Lake Michigan. They never find that. That's gone. So they go back to Gardner. She and Josh go in the house while Dennis takes Tim's car with the head and hands and drives off. When he gets back, he told them that he drove to the UP border and thrown Wicks's head in the river and his hands in the woods somewhere. Mm-hmm. Then they take off again, driving Wicks's beloved Z24 black Cavalier that he has.
Oh,
loves it. Remember when that was a Cavalier?
Yikes!
Oof. So they stopped at the dealership where Tim had bought it, and Diana says, "I'm Tim's wife, and we can't afford the payments anymore. I'm leaving the car." And before they could get a manager or anything, she was already gone. There's the car.
Yeah.
There's the car sitting there. They went to a hotel on 27th Street when the Hales Corners police, where Tim had lived, called Dennis's cell phone number looking for Tim.
Yeah.
Dennis said, I'm Dennis Johnson from Bismarck. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know
Dennis Gade,
and I don't know Tim Wicks. I don't know anything. So that's her story.
Wow.
It's quite the tale. Now, she hasn't gotten immunity or anything else from the authorities, they said at this point. She said, quote, I wanted to make sure that Dennis stayed behind bars so that my children are safe and that one day my children can say their mom did the right thing. It took a while.
Yeah.
So Dennis is in prison, sentenced to 4 years in prison for embezzlement at this point.
Yeah, he has no idea what's what.
Nope, he's serving a term for theft and fraud. He's set to be released August 1st, 2005.
Right.
And he's saying Diane lied about him to get on the authorities' good side to win back custody of her son.
Yeah.
He said, I did not do this thing. Something happened and I'm not sure what, but I had nothing to do with it. And the truth will come out. The only reason I'm not charged with this is because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's it. So they have a time crunch because if they're going to charge him, they want to charge him before they release him from jail because he could disappear
Right.
and be gone. He could be selling fruit from a truck in Mexico tomorrow.
Oh, that's his goal. It's his dream.
So in this time, by the way, he and Diana had got divorced. But the fact that they were married poses a big problem because she's willing to testify against him, but North Dakota law limits how much she's allowed to say. She can't testify about things he told her, only to what she saw, because it's privileged at that point, in her marriage, whatever.
Okay.
So they said there's limited prosecutorial experience in North Dakota, murder trials as well, because they only have about 10 murders a year. There's no practice. And he said most of them are dunkers. Most of them are domestics where the guy's in the front lawn with a bloody knife in one hand, a beer in the other going, I killed the bitch.
Yeah.
That's not a big murder trial. It's complicated.
Yeah.
They said we have a good circumstantial case, but attorneys like hard evidence, and we're not there yet. They said, we don't know what to do. So they said we can't specifically say who would be charged or with what. We don't have any murders that go unprosecuted, or we don't want to have murders that go unprosecuted, but we only get one bite at the prosecutorial apple, so to speak, so we want it to be a good bite. Okay. Now, they're also worried about Dennis in court. They said he's very articulate and very smooth. In his delivery of what he's telling you, he's so rehearsed. He's been through it hundreds of times in his head, and to him, that's how it is. He's a con man.
So they're concerned he could win.
They're concerned he could go up there and tell a compelling story. So Diana pleads guilty, like I said, to the interfering with child custody, but and by this point, she is seeing him for 3 hours of supervised visits like every other weekend because of all this. They're looking for evidence, physical evidence. They go to the house 100 times. They go over it with a fine-tooth comb. Sure. They find nothing.
Real.
Nothing. They even went up to they went to the cistern even and had a detective with a rope around his waist. They lowered him down all the way into the ground.
The cistern, yeah.
Couldn't find shit. They were looking for the murder weapon or something. August 2005, finally murder charges.
Really?
Yeah. The DA says this case has some remarkable aspects to it, ones that I haven't seen before, ones I trust I will never see again. It's like a true crime novel.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's a true crime book, all right. So they said in a lot of cases, you just take baby steps until you get to the final end, and that's what we're doing now. They said, at heart, I'm kind of a competitor. We always try to go from the beginning to always get your man or woman, whatever it may be.
Right.
Now, trial. It's a 2-week trial, and 40 witnesses. A lot of people. Yeah. The prosecution says that Dennis wanted to eliminate Wicks before his identity theft was exposed.
Right.
The defense says, no. Dennis is innocent of murder. Diana is the one who killed Tim Wicks. And
because
Dennis
he's a rapist.
Well, yeah, they don't even say that. They say that she's just a psychopath and that Dennis only assisted afterward due to, quote, love and fear. Terrified of her
in Vegas or something.
Yeah. So they don't have a lot of they have no forensic evidence basically.
Yeah.
That's it. That's basically all it is. Now they have Diana's eyewitness testimony, credit card usage trail, bank with withdrawal records, identity documents in Wicks's name, dismemberment tool purchases. That'll help a little bit.
Sure.
But Diana's testimony is limited to lying multiple times about who killed Wicks. They get to ask her about that. She also confessed falsely to the murder. They're going to grill her for that. She did help dispose of the body and didn't call 911. So
that's a problem.
Yeah. She detailed everything we told you about before. In cross-examination, they highlighted her initial confession, saying you're an unreliable liar motivated by a plea deal that you got for your other shit.
Right.
By the way, they never charged Diana with anything here.
Really?
Not even after the fact, nothing.
She just scot-free, got away with everything.
Yeah, she said the thing in court is, how would I explain that I was married to Tim Wicks and there's another Tim Wicks on the floor and a car in the driveway, and my husband's supposed to be him.
She's got a point.
It's tough. So in closing, I mean, once he's in jail, she probably should have told on him earlier than 2 years, but still. The attorney, this is the defense attorney, said Diana killed Wicks. Dennis only helped with the disposal. Then he says this, which will come up later. I talked to you about the fact that this case was about betrayal. We talked a little bit about Judas and the 30 pieces of silver. They don't like it. Appeals courts don't like it when lawyers make biblical references because it couldn't have anything less to do with the law, you know what I mean, on earth here than that. Yeah. So they don't like it because it takes the jurors into another place that's not the courtroom.
Also, if you're not biblical, you might not understand what the fuck they're talking about.
That's true too. The prosecutor said the real betrayer was that man right there. He betrayed his friendship with Timothy Wicks. His were the greater sins. He was the one who committed the murder. The jury deliberates for less than 4 hours before convicting Dennis, finding him guilty of intentional murder. Now, during sentencing, the prosecutor said that, quote, I think Dennis is a liar, and he's shown that time and time again. He's made a life out of living a lie and spinning that lie to everyone around him. They say that his statement, blaming it on his ex-wife was pathetic. He even, they just called him pathetic, basically. So then Dennis gets to speak as well. Sure. And Dennis blamed it on Diana, called her a demon.
Oh.
A demon. And said, quote, she may be sending me to prison today, but my conscience is clear that I am not a murderer.
Really?
Yeah. So the judge here after that, the judge said that his history of lying, quote, borders on the pathological.
Sure.
Not only that, he said this was a case of premeditated murder as cold and calculated as one will find. He said that his history of lies and conduct through this case show that he would definitely commit more crimes if ever released from prison. You, sir, may fuck off. Life without parole.
Wow.
For Fat Boy there. Now, Diane, not charged with anything, like we said.
Yeah.
He appeals for a bunch of bullshit, ineffective assistance of counsel, saying there's insufficient evidence and they didn't go after Diana hard enough. And anyway, they said the combined and cumulative weight of evidence connects you to the crime. Fuck off. He also appeals failing for with the biblical references and all of that, saying ineffective assistance. North Dakota Supreme Court affirmed it there, saying that biblical references are permissible literary allusions. They weren't putting him in a Bible story. They were just whatever. He also claimed in 2018, he says that he has just been diagnosed with PTSD, and that proves he's innocent.
PTSD of what?
Doesn't matter. Proved he's innocent.
Okay.
His argument is he could not have rationally or coherently committed a homicide during a panic attack. The court found that PTSD had no bearing on his crimes in relation to his competency. They back all that up. He goes all the way. He's still appealing in 2024, a federal appeal of the U.S. Supreme Court petition here.
He wants out.
He wants the fuck out. Everything denied. I heard at one point, too, Diana had gotten remarried, and I saw it. I don't know if this is true, but she was working at McDonald's or something. So
really,
things didn't go well for her either. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Now, final thoughts here. A friend of Tim's said that was his life. He lived to play, and Dennis took that away from him.
Right.
Drummond. His friend Jim said, we rehashed this whole case from beginning to end. It's terrible. It's a travesty. Such a great person to have their life ended like this.
Right.
And that is Gardner, North Dakota.
Wow. He just over $9,000.
Over $9,000.
Stole an identity and then decided, I got to kill him.
well, why? He's going to expose my whole shit, and I'm going to go back to jail. So I'll just murder this guy. And he really said, I'll call Wisconsin, and I'll fucking tell him there's a gig. I mean, it was a plot. He wasn't just sitting around with him and going, that's a good idea, and then he stabbed him in the neck. This is like a huge, premeditated, horrifying plot.
Over $9,000 and the ability to not face up to it.
He had like a 10-hour drive to change his mind and everything. Like, it's wild.
He probably could have pled that $9,000. Jesus.
Something. So there you go. That's Gardner, North Dakota. Definitely get on whatever app you're listening on and give us 5 stars. It helps a lot. That story was worth it. Come on now.
That's like the quintessential.
So do that.
No reason to do it.
No, just a complete asshole. Just trying to keep his plate spinning. No dismount. Again, our old favorite there. Do that. Head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Tickets for live shows the 18th of October at the Moore in Seattle. Those are running low, so get those tickets right now. Also, the virtual live show the Thursday before Halloween, just like a regular live show, but you can watch it anywhere in the world with Wi-Fi. So do that. We're going to have costumes, the stories, the whole deal. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Follow on social media at Small Town Murder on Instagram, at Small Town Pod on Facebook. Patreon.com/Crime in Sports. All your bonus material, hundreds of anybody $5 a month or above, hundreds of back episodes immediately upon subscription, new ones every other week. This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, which you have access to, the old Rock and Jock MTV specials. We'll make fun of everybody involved with that. For Small Town Murder, the documentary about the unknown number documentary with that horrible woman harassing her children, fucking lunatic.
For whatever reason,
Wow, for that, we'll get into that. And you get a shout out at the end of the show as well. Absolutely. And you get everything that we make ad-free as well with your Patreon subscription. Patreon.com/Crime in Sports. You want to follow us on social media. Shutupandgivememurder.com has all the drop-down menus you could possibly want. Keep coming back and seeing us. And until next week, everybody, it's been our pleasure.
Bye.